Hi guys, so in this video we're going to be taking a look at how to spray Solvent Basecoat. We're going to go through it step by step, and we're also going to be taking a look at beginner price spray gun, which would be ideal for you guys, which is the IWATA AZ3 in a 1.3 setup. Okay guys, so this is the panel that we're going to be spraying. This is a brand new wing that we've ordered off eBay. It was only £28, and something like this for a beginner is absolutely ideal to be spraying with. It's a brand new wing. It doesn't matter if you mess it up. For £30 you can sand this down and spray it as many times as you want, and it gives you something really good to learn on. And personally, rather than trying to attempt to spray it on someone's car or your own car, I would go out and spend £30 on a wing so you've got something to practice with. So the next thing, and probably one of the most important things, is the spray gun. So we've got hold of the IWATA AZ3. It's in a 1.3 blue flash model, and this will be an ideal gun at around about £125 for a serious beginner. It's from a very good brand, it's exceptionally well made, it sprays really well, and we're going to be using this beginner priced gun to do these beginner videos for you guys. And when we finish these beginner videos as far as the actual paint side goes, we are going to also give one of these spray guns away. Now, our sponsors over at PMP Supplies were kind enough to send this one out for us so we could actually use this in the videos for you guys, as obviously what we don't want to be doing in these beginner videos is using, you know, a £500–600 spray gun and teaching you or giving you hints and tips on how to use a spray gun of that kind of price range. We'd rather be doing it with a beginner priced gun so we can show you the setups, the air pressures and everything that we're using. So if you're trying to replicate this yourself, then you've got all the settings for a beginner style and a nice price ranged gun, and also a nice gun that will last. So next is going to be what we're actually going to need for the job. So here we have some Ford Moondust Silver, it's Solvent Basecoat. We have got some 2K fast thinners. We've got a poly calibrated mixing cup. Now the good thing is with these, if you haven't got scales or anything like that, then you've got all the markings on the actual cups themselves. So when we come to mix the Solvent Basecoat, we can mix it 2:1 with paint to thinners. So we'd fill it up to the 2 with base coat and then up to the 1 with thinners, and then mix that up. Also, you'll need a strainer so you can strain the paint. We've got a blowgun for blowing off the panel, a tack rag, a paint stirrer, and also over here, which is probably one of the first things that we'll end up doing after we mix the paint in a minute, is we've got some panel wipe and a cloth just so we can wipe the panel down and make sure there's no grease or oils or contaminants. Like if you look here, as soon as you touch a panel, just the grease and the oil and contaminants from your skin will transfer onto the panel. So having some panel wipe or anything like that is essential. Now we also do use a water-based panel wipe as well, but for this job we're not going to use that. We're just going to use the solvent-based panel wipe, obviously because we're using solvent paint. And then also I have my cartridge mask, which again is something else that's essential. Ideally you'd want to be wearing gloves as well, but unfortunately I've run out of gloves so just for today we won't be using gloves for this job. Right, so let's go through the actual first stage. So let's get some base coat mixed up. So we'll open this tin up, give it a good stir up before you even start to make sure that all the binders and all the metallics and everything and all the colours really well mixed up. And then we're just gonna pick a line. I'm just gonna go 150mm at this point with the base coat. That brings us up to the third 2 on this paint cup. Then we're going to use some 2K fast thinners, and if you can see the cup there, we're just going to move this up now. So we're going up to the 1 that is connected to that 2. So that gives us the 2:1 with the thinners. And then we're going to give that a really good stir. Now whenever you're using base coat, clear coat, anything, always make sure you throw it through a strainer, especially base coat, because base coat, sometimes the tints don't tend to be brilliant and they tend to get a little bit bitty. So give that a good stir up, and then we're just going to pop that in the gun. and we'll get the lid on the actual spray gun. So next thing really that we want to get into is actually prepping the panel itself. So we're going to give this a really good douse with some panel wipe or degreaser, depending on what it's called and whereabouts in the world you are. And then we're going to give this a really good wipe now, because as you saw before, just from actual touching this panel, it left a lot of marks on this panel, just from touching it with your actual skin. So when we prep this panel, we use some red scotch, scuff this brand new panel right the way back, because they do come factory primed, so you can go straight over that primer as long as obviously you keel that panel up properly. Now, as you can see now, that's all nice and clean. I'm just going to give that a little bit of an extra scrub where those finger marks were, just to be on the safe side. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take our air and connect our little blowgun, and then we're going to take a tack rag and just give this an initial tack rag off. Now, before we switch the boob on and before we put a suit on and get the mask and everything on, I always like to prep everything a few times just to be on the safe side that everything is as clean as possible when you're doing the job. Also, no matter whether it's a new panel or an old panel, just make sure you get behind the panel, and also the panel stand itself, just to make sure there's nothing loose that is going to get into our paint job. So in that little cut there, I have been into the back room. I've now put my paint suit on, I've gone and got my other mask out of the back room, and now we're going to get ready to set the actual spray gun up, so we're ready to start this job. So the first thing that we're going to set up on this gun is the fan. So as far as the fan goes, that'll be the top dial there, and we're going to wind that all the way out. Now winding that all the way out is going to give us a nice wide fan, and this gun does have a nice wide even fan. Then we're going to go onto the fluid, so we're going to wind that all the way in, and we're just going to use a starting point of bringing that 2 full turns back out. So that's a good starting point to start yourself off with. Next, we're going to set the air pressure. So to set the air pressure, you should always pull your trigger in first and hold the trigger on, and then turn the dial to set the air pressure, and we're going to set that between 20 to 25 psi, which should be about ideal for spraying a silver like this. Now I've just done a little test spray there, it looked a little bit dry, so we've just put an extra half a turn on with the fluid, just to make sure that we're going to put this down wet. But one thing that we don't want to do when we do this first coat, okay, is especially when you're starting out, you really don't want to try putting on too much at once. Now you can always put more on, but if you put too much on at once, then you're going to start getting runs and you're going to start having issues. Now, and personally for me, the way that I always do it is to put a nice light even coat on for the first coat. I'm not interested if anyone wants to say that, oh no, you should put a really heavy wet coat down or anything like that. For me, I just want a nice light coat on there just to start the whole process off, and then I would build it up in medium wet coats rather than doing full wet coats. Now I know some people may say that is the wrong way of doing it and you should put on a full wet coat all at once, but for me, I have no issues with this. I've been doing this a long time like this, and I just feel like it is a safer approach to putting base coat down, and it gives you a little bit more sort of control over what you're doing, especially in cold weather months like it is at the moment. The weather in the UK is extremely cold, and for the purpose of this video, I've got the burners on the booth off, so the temperature inside the booth is only around about 10 degrees Celsius at this point. So with that first light coat completed, I'm just going to use a little bit of air from the gun just to help that flash off a little bit quicker, as it only is a thin coat, so it will flash off quite quickly. So as far as we attack this then, the first thing I did was go around all the edges. Now I prefer to do all the edges first. I think it's a good practice to get into, because if you go painting the main part of the panel, then sometimes, especially when you get on a bigger job later down the road, you can sometimes forget to go back round and make sure all those little edges are coloured. So for me, on a job like this, I will always prefer to go around with the base coat on those hard to reach areas and all them harsh edges and lines and all those little bits like under here where the bracket is.
that you know the chances are that, especially for someone who's a beginner, you are going to miss those areas, or you are going to find them not fully covered when you finish the panel. Now, as far as the actual spray gun goes, we want this around 4 to 6 inches away from the panel. We want to do a coat from one side to the other, move up half a fan width, and follow that up along the actual panel as we go, and continue that along, and always make sure that you start painting before the panel starts and finish painting after the panel ends. That way, again, you are not going to miss the edges of your panels or have any issues with any areas that are slightly see-through and not covered, because further down the line, obviously once this is clear coated, that's going to be an absolute pain. And rather than spending loads and loads of time checking and checking and checking, I know if I spray in this way, and if you get in the habit of spraying this way, so just a few inches past, you don't need to go mad, and a few inches before, then you know you'll always have all those edges covered properly. So again, on this, what would be in effect the third coat now, we're just going to go around, do all those little hard to reach edges that we would possibly miss on the main coat of the panel, and then again we're going to go back to the main coat. Now on this coat, I am going to turn the fluid up another half a turn just to give us a slight bit more fluid, and again we're just going to concentrate on the distance. Now it's not just about distance, the distance and the angle. You need to keep the front of this spray gun at a nice right angle to the panel, so if the panel moves, your gun moves with the panel, and also keeping that overlap. So speed, distance, overlap and angle are key, and this is where practicing and practicing and practicing will get you that gun control, where you will pick the gun up and you will not have to think in your head, right, I need to overlap it nice, I need to keep the same angle. It eventually will just come naturally the more and more you paint. So that third semi-wet coat now that we've got down there, what we're going to do now is we're going to come a little bit further away from the panel, and now we're just going to do what we would call a drop coat. This will just ensure that the metallics are nice and even, and that there is no banding in this panel. Now personally, I prefer to give it a nice little once or twice over like that, just to be on the safe side that those metallics have all landed nicely. All we need to do now is give this probably around about 10 to 15 minutes to fully flash off and dry down to a full matte finish, and then we can apply the clear coat to the panel and get that really nice shine on the panel.
Okay guys, so that is it for this video on how to spray solvent base coat. That's all the fundamentals of how to spray solvent base coat. As I said at the start of the video, something like buying a panel like this for about £30 to practice on is the best way to go as far as something like this goes. And I'll also leave a link in the description to the spray gun that PMP Supply sent us out. So if you are a beginner and you're looking for a nice, reasonably priced spray gun that will last you and that will put out a good quality finish, this is definitely a gun that I can recommend. So that's it for this video guys. In part 3 of the beginner spray painting series, we are going to be going through clear coating this panel. We're going to be using the same gun and we'll do the same thing. We'll run through everything start to finish with all the materials that you'll need to do the job properly. That's it for me for today guys. I'll see you again soon.